Hi, my name is Casey Namahoy, and this is my persuasive speech. 90,000 hours. This is the estimate for the average worker's time spent on the job in a lifetime, which accounts for about one third of a person's life. With so much time being spent on the job, there's really a need for a work life balance to be found. Some people may turn to a favorite show to watch after a long day of work. Well, in 2005, a show emerged that brought these two formats together: the mundane office job setting and a scripted peek into the life of the American worker. The Office brought comedy and ordinary life together to give audiences everywhere a break from working and to punch in and watch the show. And that is why today I'll be persuading on why The Office is the best comedy show ever by talking about the cast, the impact it's had on pop culture, and the overall continued popularity of the show. So, The Office really paved the way for the successful careers of the cast. Steve Carell, who played Michael Scott, is one of the biggest comedic actors according to IMDb, and he's gone on to be in hit films like The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Despicable Me, and Crazy Stupid Love. And stars like John Krasinski, Rainn Wilson, Ed Helms, Jenna Fisher, Mindy Kaling, they all got their start from The Office. They were complete unknowns before the show. They really have the show to thank for their successful careers. And the cast plays their characters very well, and the chemistry is what makes the show seem more authentic. So, in his book, The Office, the untold story of the greatest sitcom of the 2000s, Andy Green interviewed John Krasinski. And he said, the first question I asked when I got the part was, did Jenna get the part? She said, that's the first question I asked too. So, it was this weird thing going already, this chemistry that had already started, which was pretty awesome. And on the podcast Office Ladies, ran by former castmates Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey, Rainn Wilson talks about his time with Steve Carell on the show. When I look back on that work with Steve, I'm just so grateful because he's obviously like one of the greatest actors, comedy actors, but even just actors like ever. And the fact that I got to do so much work with him was just such a gift. Now that we've talked about the cast, we can move on to the impact it's had on pop culture. So, The Office has really paved the way for television ever since its start in 2005. USA Today provides the influence of The Office, particularly the proliferation of its mockumentary style, arc characters, and absurd and heightened plots can be felt in Workaholics, Superstore, Silicon Valley, and Modern Family. And the show has even been adapted into different countries since the US version, which include the countries Finland, Chile, the Czech Republic, Israel, Sweden, and India. And quotes from The Office and memes are still funny and relevant to this day. So if you go onto Google and you type in The Office memes, you get about 1 billion results to look through. And according to Cosmopolitan magazine, some of the best quotes from the show include, I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious, said by Michael Scott. And whenever I'm about to do something, I think, would an idiot do that? And if they would, I do not do that thing, said by Dwight Schrute. So now that we've gone over the impact on pop culture, we can move on to the overall continued popularity. So the comedy and comfortability of The Office. The humor in the show ranges from slapstick comedy to dry humor to even at times cringe comedy. And director Paul Feig mentions, to me, the most awful, embarrassing moments in your life are so hellish when you're going through them that to sit like a horror movie in a safe position and watch somebody else go through something that you have been through or something that's as bad as something you've been through is so liberating. And newer generations are watching the show and enjoying it. So, according to Rolling Stone magazine's website, famous singer songwriter Billie Eilish, age 20, sampled audio from The Office for one of her songs titled My Strange Addiction, which is on her 3-time Grammy winning album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? And pictured here, she is with Rainn Wilson. She met him. According to research from Nielsen, which is a company that works in audience measurement about what we are watching on television, The Office was the most streamed show in 2020, with consumers watching more than 57 billion minutes of the show on Netflix before its departure from the streaming service in 2021. And according to the Hollywood Reporter, the NBC Universal paid Netflix's $500 million to get the rights back and put the show on their streaming app, Peacock, starting last year. So there's many reasons as to why The Office is one of the best comedy shows of all time, like the cast, the impact it's had on pop culture, and the overall continued popularity of the show. 9 years even since it's gone off air. I personally watched The Office over 50 times, and I have yet to get tired of it. The show really helps to represent the middle class American working classic 9 to 5 and trying to get through life where the life itself is ordinary. But in the words of character Pam Beasley, there's a lot of beauty in ordinary things. Isn't that kind of the point? Thank you.